If you are on a journey to becoming her, to leveling up, to glowing up, to getting her ish together, to having that best life, to living the life of your dreams, then honey, this video is for you.
I'm outside in an AMG, right outside, TT, two-turn baby girl, you know me.
Hey girl, welcome back to my channel, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Cody Allen. If you're not new here, welcome back. I am so excited to have all of you girls here because today we're going to be getting into how to really become your higher self, the best version of yourself, the woman of your dreams. Like, if you are on a journey to becoming her, to leveling up, to glowing up, to getting her ish together, to having that best life, to living the life of your dreams, then honey, this video is for you. I create a lot of content on my other platforms about becoming your higher self and achieving your goals, but not so much here on YouTube. So I'm really excited to bring this kind of content to YouTube. So if this is something that you're interested in, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up before we even start, okay? So I can know that this is something you're interested in and I can create more content like this. And make sure you subscribe to my channel because I will be creating so much more content along these lines. So in this video, we're going to be talking about, like I said, how to really become the best version of yourself in 2024. And I'm going to break this down into 4 parts, okay? So physical, intellectual, emotional, and spiritual, just to give you a little rundown before we start. So make sure you have your popcorn ready and your notepads so you can take notes, and I will see you in the video. So I think it's so important to start by setting the tone, figuring out what this dream version of yourself really looks like. And this is going to come in the form of journaling, or you don't have to journal if you don't want to. You can even just sit down and think about all the things that your higher self has, like the kind of clothes she wears, the perfume she wears, the time that she wakes up every day, the kind of hairstyle she has, her nails, I mean, just down to the smallest details. Is she married? Is she single? Does she travel? What kind of car does she drive? I personally think it's best to journal these things out because you get a little bit more control when you're writing. You can really think about every single detail that you want this person to have, because we're creating the best version of ourselves. So it's going to take a little bit more than just thinking about it. Like, you really want to sit down and figure out who she is. And when you're doing this, just really think about the version of you when she's at her absolute best. Like, don't think realistically, think unrealistically. Like, if you had $1 million, who would that girl be? That's the person that you want to create. So before we get into all the nitty-gritty stuff, do that for me. Sit down and journal, who is my dream woman? Like, really just go off into La La Land and think about who that person is and what she would be. So I'm going to be breaking this down, like I said, into 4 parts, and we're going to call this PIES, P-I-E-S, physical, intellectual, emotional, and spiritual. And first, we're going to start with the most fun part, of course, is physical. What does my future self, the best version of myself, my higher self, what does she physically look like? The easiest way to start to become your dream woman and the best version of yourself is to physically change your appearance. And this is the most fun part because you can just become whoever you want. I mean, you want to make sure that this person is specific to you. Remember that you're creating the woman of your dreams, not of anybody else's dreams, but this is the woman that you want to become, the best version of yourself. So there are some core things that you want to focus on when you start to become the woman of your dreams as far as your physical appearance. So you want to start to prioritize your health and fitness. This is going to literally change the relationship you have with your body. Your clothes are going to fit better. You're going to look good naked. You're going to wake up feeling strong and sexy and beautiful. Because people that prioritize their health and fitness, they care about taking care of themselves. When you are on this health and fitness journey, you want to make sure that you're upping your water intake and really putting things into your body that are going to nourish you. Having a good fitness regimen is really, really important because you're taking care of the vessel, the one vessel that you have on this earth. You're nourishing your body, you're strengthening your body. You're also giving yourself higher levels of dopamine and serotonin, which are the happy drug and the reward drug. Like, you're going to be feeling good about yourself, and you're also going to be proud of yourself because working out is not easy, but it pushes you to be able to do the hard things every day. When you get that good sweat in and you start to see your body, that you have those abs and you're looking good in everything you put on, and you're proud of the person you see in the mirror, this is going to change your mindset. It's going to make you happier. It's going to make you feel like going out more and showing yourself off more. This is what we want. This is how you're going to create this best version of yourself, because though it starts physically, it also is mental, and changing your fitness regimen and your health is really a mental thing. So when you're on your health and fitness journey, like I said, up your water intake, eat more vegetables, cut out the snacks and the junk. These are things that are going to help your body glow from the inside out. You want to make sure you're taking your vitamins every day and you're figuring out which vitamins work for you. You want to make sure that you are just healthy from the inside out. It's literally going to show in your skin. It's going to show in your hair and nails. It's going to show, like, other people are going to come up to you and be like, oh my gosh, you look so good. Like, what have you been doing? Working out, taking care of my body. When you start to take care of this vessel that you have, you feel so good. You feel happier, you feel lighter, you can sleep better, you have more energy, and you need all the energy that you can get because we're trying to become the best version of ourselves. You also want to make sure that you keep up your hair, your nails. These are things that are going to make you look well put together. Like for me, I make sure I get my hair done like at least once a month. I make sure it's freshly groomed, it smells good, it's clean. We don't want any dandruff, we don't want split ends, like making sure you get your haircuts, your hair is moisturized or oiled. Even if you don't get sew-ins, if you keep your natural hair, you're making sure that your curls are looking juicy and fresh and smelling good. Hair upkeep is really a huge part of your physical appearance because number one, when people look at your face, they look at your hair. You don't want frizzy hair. You don't want hair that looks unkempt or out of place. You want to look like a lady, like very well put together, very classy, and very effortless. Keeping your nails done is also a huge part of your physical appearance and just looking overall put together. Like for my nails, I like to keep them a natural, neutral color, very short, because for me that looks very well put together, very classy. But even if you don't like the short, classy look, make sure you're keeping your nails just done overall. Even if it's not like with French tips or fake nails, you can just do a clear coat of polish and have them trimmed down, have the cuticles done, keep them oiled up. You want to just look as well put together and nothing out of place. Like, I know that sounds crazy, but for me, I think that becoming your higher self and the best version of yourself as far as your physical appearance means that you are always on point and you're always put together. When you leave the house, you want to make sure that you are looking good, like Tyra Banks says, from H to T, head to toe. Because number one, you never know who you're going to see out and who's going to remember that version of you that you are out as. And we will always want to make sure that that version that people see is the best version. So nails groomed, polished, cuticles cut, no chipped polish, no bitten off nails, and keep your toes done too, ladies. You want to be prepared for anything, for events, for photos, for dates, for opportunities. You just want to make sure that you always stay ready so you don't have to get ready. As far as physical appearance, you also want to make sure that you are taking care of your skin. I know that everybody has different skin and you change over time. Your hormonal imbalances may play a huge part in your skin, but this is why it's so important to either get a really good dermatologist or an esthetician. I personally am an esthetician girl. I love my esthetician so much. She literally changed my skin, and when I tell you I invested in my skincare, I invested, honey. I got micro needling, I got chemical peels, I would get facials every month. My esthetician was also super kind, and she told me and gave me a list of all products that I should be using for my skin type. And I really feel like that having that personalized skincare regimen for me helped my skin so much. That's another thing too, like with the vitamins and getting on your healthy girl-ish, that is going to help your skin glow as well. Like when I started finding out the vitamins that I should be taking versus the vitamins that I should be taking to help clear up my skin, y'all, I would see changes in a matter of months. Like I will insert some pictures of how my skin used to look versus how it looks now, and I will tell you that number one is because of my esthetician, and number two is because I got serious about my health. Like I was always a fitness girly. I love working out. I think working out is one of the most fun things to do, but I was never really good with like skincare. I didn't have a skincare regimen at all until like a few years ago. I knew nothing about hyaluronic acids and like all these things. I would just wash my face, put lotion on, and go. And that was not good for me, no matter how good my skin was looking. But those things, like taking vitamins and really making sure I up my water intake, are things that helped me completely transform my skin. So I would recommend getting an esthetician or finding a dermatologist that can really help you change your skin. Because one thing about me, and I know about so many others, is that it's very hard to be confident in yourself if you're feeling like every time I put on makeup you can see the pimples, or every time I go out and I don't have makeup on I feel ugly. Like for me, that's what was happening. I would go out without makeup and I would not feel beautiful. I would not feel confident. I wouldn't want to go places because I had a new breakout and I was just feeling like not myself. So when you're building this best version of yourself, every single thing about your physical appearance is so important because it helps you stay confident and stay motivated to keep becoming this perfect version of yourself. Another thing about physical appearance, and this is like physical but not physical, is your hygiene. Girl, hygiene is so important. You want to make sure that anytime somebody sees you or talks to you or hugs you, you are smelling good. Your breath is smelling fresh. You have perfume on, you have lotions on, your skin is soft, it's glowing, you have hair oils in your hair to make your hair smell good. Hygiene is so important. And I know people may have their opinions on this, but men care about hygiene. You should care about your personal hygiene. You don't want people going around smelling you and being like, oh my gosh, she stinks. Because guess what? People are going to remember that about you, no matter how much you want them to or not want them to. That is going to stick in their mind, and you want people to have the best impression of you possible. When they think about you, they think about how well put together you are, how good you smell. You want to be in your fragrance girl era, okay? Body care girl era. All these things, your hygiene needs to be on point, okay? And speaking of hygiene and breath, baby, the teeth, the oral care needs to be on point, okay? I have Invisalign and it has changed the way I look at my teeth. Your oral care needs to be on point. Every morning I get up, I oil pull, I brush my teeth with a vibrating Philips Sonicare toothbrush. Then I do my water flosser because you want to make sure you're flossing every day. You want healthy gums, healthy teeth. Then I do my mouthwash, and that is my full morning and night like oral care routine to make sure your breath is smelling good. Because when you talk to people, you want to make sure that they're not covering their nose or like wanting to get away from you because your mouth is smelling bad. If you can invest in braces, Invisalign, veneers, a beautiful smile will take you so far, and it'll just boost your own confidence. You also want to make sure you're going to the dentist, honey. Going to the dentist to keep your teeth clean and a deeper level. Like get those deep cleanings. Make sure sure you get those cavities taken care of. If you're investing in your appearance and you're buying bags and shoes but your teeth is messed up, your priorities are off, sister girl. Not only are you getting those dental cleanings to literally make your smile look better and have your breath smelling good and taking care of your teeth, but you're also doing that because you can literally die from having too much plaque buildup in your teeth. Like, it can cause heart problems. Why would you want to cause heart problems when you could just get a cleaning? It's no good to have everything on the outside looking good, looking well put together and groomed if your breath is funky. Another thing I recommend as far as physical appearance is self-care. Getting massages, going to the doctor, keeping yourself physically checked up on is so important, because we don't want to be walking around with sickness and disease and we don't know about it. The doctor may not be comfortable for many people and you may not be able to afford certain things, but I promise you, if you save up some money, get yourself to the doctor and make sure that you are at your peak best physical shape and health, it is going to be a game changer. You don't want to just drop dead one day and you didn't even know that you had something that was going to kill you. You want to make sure that your self-care is one of the things that you do all the time, and going to the doctor and getting checkups is just part of being a healthy girl that takes care of herself and cares about herself. And the last thing I'm going to talk about for physical appearance before we move on to intellectual is cosmetic procedures. This is something that I don't personally do, but if you're into Botox or fillers, laser lipo, any of those things that you want to use to kind of upgrade your appearance, I would say go for it, as long as you are making sure that you do the research to find a good doctor or a good technician that is going to make you look good but natural. Like, you don't want an overdone look. That's not the best version of ourselves. The best version of ourselves is ourselves with a little enhancement. You want to enhance your natural beauty. So if you're into cosmetic procedures, I would say do your research. Make sure you get a good doctor that is going to just make you look beautiful and more refreshed and just youthful. We don't want the overdone look. That's not it. No. Also, for physical, we want to talk about investing in higher quality clothing. Girl, it's time to put that Fashion Nova away and start shopping somewhere that has higher quality clothing that you can wear more than 2 times and you won't have to throw it away. Number one, that's just wasteful. We want to stop with the fast fashion and get some slow fashion, because we don't want to be wasteful. We care about our environment. Like, we're the best version of ourselves. We care about everything. We care about the environment. So investing in high quality clothing will not only make you look better, but it's going to save the planet. Higher quality clothing is so good for your wardrobe, because I'm sure that because you're becoming the best version of yourself, you're starting to build your capsule wardrobe. And so with this, you want to make sure that you have high quality pieces, basics, things that you can wear over and over again and switch up the style so that you can have different looks. There's no point in buying something that you're just gonna have to throw out in a couple of days. And even when you put on a higher quality piece of clothing, it feels better. It gives you this rich, luxurious, expensive like energy. I'm not hating on Fashion Nova at all, so I don't want you to take that the wrong way. But I do want you to realize that there is a quality difference between Fashion Nova and brands like that and the higher quality brands. It's not saying that you have to go out and buy a $500 t-shirt or a $700 pair of jeans, but you can find so many good brands that really have quality pieces that are inexpensive or in the mid-range as far as price, and start to build a wardrobe that you are proud of. Maybe it's time for you to cut out the super revealing and flashy clothing. Maybe it's time you started to change your style a little bit. Figure out what you are going to be in this next phase of your life. What are you going to dress like? And that's going to look different for you than it does for everybody else. But I think it's time that you try to find your personal style. Like, when you think about your best future self, or when you look at the celebrities, who is a celebrity that has a really amazing style that you like, that you can kind of draw inspiration from? Like, I know for me, when I'm creating my style now, I look at the rich white ladies that are on Rodeo Drive. Like, what are they wearing? What kind of pieces do they buy? Where are the brands that they are shopping at? I might not be able to afford every single thing that they have right now, but I can start to draw inspiration from that and start to change my style. I used to be in the stores buying the stuff that was cheap, that I could just put on and buy another one the next day because I had a different event I'm going to. But now I'm really taking the time to make sure the pieces that I'm buying are one of a kind, or there's something that I know is gonna last me years to come. So the next way you're gonna become the woman of your dreams, you're going to become the best version of yourself in 2024 and beyond, is to focus on your intellectual. Knowledge is key. Knowledge is power, and just because you're not a student anymore does not mean that you stop learning. It's time to start reading some books. Like, start reading books that are going to help you grow in the stage of life that you're in now. You want to always be a student of life. You always want to be a lady that can carry a conversation with different types of people. And the only way that you're going to be able to do that is through knowledge. Like I said, knowledge is power. Knowledge is key. Knowledge is going to get you into rooms and spaces and conversations that your looks cannot get you in. Educate yourself on world topics. This is not saying that you need to be like, oh my gosh, I know every single thing about every single thing. But even the topics that are things that are going on in the world right now, you want to educate yourself on them. That way when you're having conversations with people, you can invite yourself into these conversations and have a leg to stand on and know what you're speaking on. Even if you're learning from TikTok, girl, or YouTube, girl, I promise you there is no greater thing than being knowledgeable and being a classy, beautiful woman that's also smart. Never goes out of style, girl. People will look at you and be like, oh my gosh, she's smart and she's intelligent. Wow. To level up your intellect, you can also watch more educational programming, which is something that I'm trying to do better on. As far as like, when you're watching TV, watch more documentaries or watch more things that are really going to stimulate your brain and help you learn other things. Watching the reality TV and the girls that fight each other over one man or fight each other over silly things, that's not going to help you grow. That's not educating you in any way. It's not stimulating anything for you. The key here with gaining intellect is really just expanding your mind and being open to learning different things, because people have different opinions and you want to be able to be open to hearing different opinions. Even if you don't agree with them, it's good to just know that you can create healthy conversations when you're out with people. You want to be able to converse with any type of person, because that is what's going to get you opportunities that you would never be able to get on your own. So now we've done P for physical, I for intellectual, and we're going to move on to E, which is emotional. Emotional intelligence is so important when becoming your best self, glowing up, growing up. Controlling your thoughts is something that you need to get a handle on if you're going to become the woman of your dreams. Literally, what you think becomes your reality. You want to be able to control your thoughts, control the things that are coming into your mind every day. Negative thoughts are going to come, of course, but we cannot give them power. We need to instantly learn how to replace those negative thoughts with positive thoughts. If you constantly pity yourself or throw yourself a pity party and have these negative thoughts corrupt your mind, you're never going to be happy. You're never going to win. You're always going to constantly wonder, why not me? Or why haven't I done this? And you want to be able to have positive thoughts coming into your mind. Yes, it can be me. I can have this. I am beautiful. I am smart. I am intelligent. Affirmations are not a thing for no reason. It's retraining your brain to be more positive, to have a better outlook on life, because thoughts literally become things. And like attracts like. So the more negative thoughts and energy you put out into the universe, the more that you're gonna get back. What you focus on is what you become. So next time a negative thought comes into your mind, try and replace it with a positive thought. And this comes from being able to change your mindset. Don't have this fixed mindset that everything is the way it is and that's the way it's gonna be. You can never change, you can never grow. No, that's not the case. You want to have a growth mindset where every opportunity is an opportunity to learn. Every opportunity is an opportunity to grow, and you can change. You have the ability to shape your reality by growing and changing and learning how to be a better version of yourself, and knowing that there's never an age to stop learning. Don't have this mindset to where you think you can't grow in life and that you're defined by parameters that society has given. You have to think outside of the box. And having this growth mindset is knowing that you're doing everything for the plot. You're doing it for the storyline of your movie, honey. Everything has a purpose and you have a reason for going through all the things you're going through. Be grateful for the life experiences you have and let that inspire you and motivate others. Just as my story has been able to inspire me to become a better person. Change the woe is me mindset and start thinking, yes, I can. Gratitude in this growth journey that you're on is literally going to be your best friend. Also, sis, it's time to stop complaining. Complaining is never going to get you anywhere. If you're constantly focusing on the negative again, and you're constantly like, oh my gosh, this sucks, oh my gosh, I don't want to do this, or complaining. Like, it's one thing to vent to a friend and kind of just get things out, but you shouldn't be doing that all the time. Number one, that's causing you to focus on the negative things. It's causing you to think that people deserve to give you pity. You don't need to be pitied, sis. You need to be worried about how you can grow and glow. Constantly finding something wrong about your situation or about your life is never going to make you happy. Even in a negative situation, it's so good to be able to try to find just one thing that might be good about the thing that you're going through. If you drop your pizza on the ground, you can be like, oh, well, it might have been poisoned, so hey, or maybe I don't need that pizza today. You want to be able to just instantly switch your mindset and be like, you know what, it's okay. Everything works out the way it's supposed to, and I know that things are being worked out for my good. Another thing that you should be working on when you're becoming more emotionally intelligent is healing old trauma. I know this is going to be so difficult for some people, and trauma is something that can never go away, but what you can do is heal from it, because the longer you let the trauma sit in your mind and take over, the longer you're going to feel like that is a part of you. And though that trauma may be a part of your story, it's not a part of who you are. It's not a part of the person that you're becoming. That trauma was there to help you learn a lesson, or to help you grow, or to even be a motivation for somebody else in your life along the way. But if you sit constantly and allow that trauma to make you bitter and upset, your growth will be impossible. Though it may take some time and a lot of prayer, forgive those who hurt you. Forgive and forget. Forgive even if it's not for that person. Forgive for yourself, because you want to be able to say, you know what? That happened to me, but I'm grateful that I got through it. I am a survivor. I'm not a victim. And that thing has allowed me to grow into this person that I am today. Trauma will hold you back from so many amazing things. It will hold you back from finding the love of your life. It'll hold you back from friendships, and you don't want to be jaded by those situations. You want to find a lesson in those situations, though it may be hard, and allow them to help you grow a little bit at a time. For me, I went through something very, very traumatic in high school, but I did not allow that trauma to continuously hold me down. Instead, I let that trauma fuel me into becoming this woman that I am today, and the best possible version of myself, because I knew at a very young age, if I held on to that, it would break me. And I didn't want to be broken. I wanted to be strong. I wanted to be whole. I wanted to be healed. And you can have that too, sis. Let go of that trauma, whether it's through therapy, it's through journaling, whatever you have to do to let that trauma go, to be the best version of yourself and to put it behind you, then you should do that. Learning how to control your emotions and having emotional intelligence is something that is really going to take you far in this journey that you're on to becoming the best version of yourself. You want to emotionally just be mature. You want to really have emotional maturity, because that'll be able to allow you to handle situations that you may not have been able to handle at another point in time. You want to be able to handle every situation that you can with grace, with maturity, and with class. And the last thing, number 4 of our PIES, is spiritual. Your relationship with God and your spiritual walk is the most important thing that you're going to do on this journey to becoming the best version of yourself and the woman of your dreams. The other things, while they are important, nothing is as important as your relationship with God. If you do not have a relationship with Him, you don't know who you are. You are not going to have the confidence that you need or the faith that you need to get you through these tough situations, because this growth journey is a journey and it's not always glamorous. It's not always easy. It can be lonely. It can be frustrating. It can be scary. And who better to have to lean on than the Lord our God, your creator, the man who created you. If it's one thing that has completely changed my life and helped me become the woman of my dreams, it is my relationship with the Lord. I always envisioned myself as this beautiful woman with her hair done, her nails done, driving the car she wants to drive. Like, I always had this vision for myself. But the one thing I didn't envision was my relationship with God. And I'm not really sure why. I think it's because even though I grew up in a family that did go to church, I didn't know God for myself. I did not know my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I just didn't. And now that I've been able to go to Bible studies and read my Bible and pray and do my devotionals and just have this completely different outlook on life, baby, the Bible will change your outlook on life, okay? It will grow you up. The Bible and God will really grow you up. But not even just that, just having faith, being able to have faith that everything is working out for your good, and no matter what, you have a creator that loves you, gives you peace on a different level. Like, I was always searching for something higher, something that I could really put my trust in, and something that was going to feed my soul in a different way than the self-help books or the podcasts. And those things are great, don't get me wrong, but there's just nothing like the Lord. I'm sorry, I have to say it. I'm not sorry, actually. There's nothing like my relationship with the Lord. Ever since I started walking with God, my life has changed for the better. It has not always been an easy journey, but I have so much more peace. I have so much more confidence in myself and in my life and in my future that I did not have. I was so insecure before. I had no confidence in myself, and God gave me that. He gave me the confidence to know who I was and whose I was. So if there is one thing that you take away from this video, please take away the fact that God is key. You cannot do anything on this earth without God. You wouldn't even be here without God. God is the sustenance for this whole world. He provides for us. He protects us. He keeps us from harm. He loves us. He knows us better than anybody else, and He will help you grow and change into the person that you are meant to be. So just a little recap before we end this video. The 4 things that you want to work on when you are becoming the woman of your dreams, when you're becoming this best version of yourself, is physical, intellectual, emotional, and spiritual, aka pies. Thank you so much for watching this video. I truly hope that this video has helped you just figure out what next steps you need to take in order to become the best version of yourself. And don't wait, start now. It's a new year. You still have time to become this perfect version of yourself. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, I'm Cody Allen. I hope to see you in my next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you like this kind of content. And until next time, bye girl.
I'm outside in an AMG.